All right, so that's NumPy. That's the main sort of NumPy dedicated material that we'll cover. But a lot of what we're going to continue to talk about with pandas is built on NumPy, and so a lot of what we've just talked about you'll see again and again. And it's always good to know that this is kind of what's happening under the hood. So pandas is a software library for data manipulation analysis, and it offers these data structures, in particular the series and the data frame, that allow for lots of operations for manipulating numerical tables and time series. So it has this data frame object for data manipulation with integrated indexing, which is super handy. So in addition to that positional indexing that we've seen, where you say I want from element 0 to 5, for example, you can say I want row with this name, right? With this index name. That doesn't have to be a number; it can be a label. So that's really handy. We can read and write different formats. We can handle missing data. We can reshape, pivot, merge, concatenate. We can use this label-based slicing, fancy indexing, subsetting large data sets, insert and delete rows and columns, group, and then like apply operations. I said merge, join. We have option for hierarchical indexing, so you can have multiple levels of indexing, and then a lot of time series functionality that I think is very useful for various natural sciences and economics as well. And it's optimized for performance, so a lot of it's written in Python or C. So for this example, we're just going to do a quick example of pandas, and then we'll do a quick example with Matplotlib. There's some data I want you to download. So go ahead and click. You can command click to open up a new tab on this second link here, and it's another file in the GitHub. So we can do the same thing. We can copy that link. Go back. Let's open up a new tab, since this one's. There's a way to make this usable, but let's just open up a new tab. So we're going to go to SIO 209 and then data. Now, when you do that, does anybody get an error? Or do we have that already? Did that work? Okay, so we created that one already. I wasn't sure if we had yet. So great. So data is where we want to save this file. So we're going to do curl-o. That link is going to download that CSV file. We can look at it with less, and it should be a CSV file. So it has this date, and then chlorophyll, pressure, salinity, and temperature. So that directory data is at the same level as our lessons folder, but still under SIO 209, but a different folder. Secondly, we want to make sure we have pandas and Matplotlib installed. We should all have pandas installed, but Matplotlib maybe not. So if you run this command, you're probably going to get an error, right? So we're going to go over to this tab here, Home, and we're going to click New, Terminal. What this does is it opens up another terminal session, but importantly, that terminal session is still in the environment, and that's important because when we install new packages, we want them to be installed into our current Conda environment. So we can do Conda. We can do Conda env list, and it should show that the one with the star next to it is Python 3. So you should see a star next to Python 3. You probably don't have as many environments as I do. But if you see a star next to Python 3, that means you're in the Python 3 environment, so that's great. So now we're going to do conda install. Go back here to double check. Conda install matplotlib. matplotlib. And then hit enter. So take a minute. For me, it's going to say this package is already installed. But for most of you, you'll want to go ahead and say yes, install. Okay. Raise your hand if it's still going, but it's working. Okay. All right. Well, we actually, yeah, go ahead and have that finished. When you're done, you should be able to rerun this command again, and it should not give you an error. And then this, remember I said that we import NumPy as NP? Question? Okay. Did you check the spelling of the command that you wrote? Conda space install space matplotlib? Okay. And you got an error as well? Well, let me check.